Alright. Wait it. We go to practice. Okay. Um. Okay. Coming to this, which are the following are true about webhooks? So yes, and Ayush, have you already heard about what is a webhook?
No.
Okay. So what is a webhook is basically nothing. Today morning we created one sample program. Do I have it? It's, no, I don't have it. Okay. So what a webhook is basically, okay, Ishita, we are doing a recap. Okay, that you're right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so if you want, we can also answer how much you can remember.
Huh.
What is a webhook?
Webhook. Eight minute. Let me remember. We used it for like only sending the
Correct.
information.
Yes.
So it is like a reverse API,
Hmm.
and basically webhooks are like you gave us an example of using Python, like the webhook and the Google Chat room.
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me summarize what she told. Yes, the what a webhook is nothing but a post request, just like an API. It's just another API. Okay. So what webhooks help us is basically just some push notifications or broadcasting messages.
Okay.
Okay. For example, using webhook, see there is a space in our Google thing. Okay. This is Google Space. You know, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what happened is that using Python script, we will be able to push messages to this, what is this, team space. Got it? It's just like saying that, okay, your marks has been allotted, or the uploading, if you're trying to upload a video in YouTube. Okay, so after the video is uploaded, after 10 minutes or something, you will get a what notification saying that your task has been completed. You got the point?
Yes.
So that is what webhooks is mostly used for, and this is an example of a webhook. So looking at this, we'll be able to answer this. Which of the following are true? A webhook is also known as REST API, not, which is not the case. It is in REST API we have all the methods, right? Push, get, put, delete, every all the methods are there, right?
Right.
In webhooks, there is only one method which is post. Okay, webhooks are mostly used only for putting the information into the Google chat. You don't need to retrieve what was the previous message that was sent, nothing like that. Just saying an update that okay, your upload has been successfully done, something like that. Correct? Hope it's
Yeah,
clear there,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So sometimes it's referred as a reverse API. That's the point which Ishita told, right? And a webhook is generally used to retrieve information from the server and rarely used to push information, which is absolutely false. It's just the opposite. It is always 90% used to push notifications, and rarely they are used to retrieve information from the server. Very rarely, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and a webhook uses HTTP protocol. Yes, again, it's just another API which is also using the HTTP protocol.
Okay.
Correct? It's not a REST API, but it's an API. Got it? Ayush, followed?
Yeah, Gokul.
Okay, great. Priyanka, can you answer the next question?
Which one? This one?
Second one.
Okay. Which of the following tools can be used to debug webhooks? Yeah. So
Hmm?
basically, if you will see, it's the curl command. Yeah, curl command line utility and
Correct.
insomnia. Yeah, here basically we can do. It can be used for debugging. If you see, GraphQL is only query language. Yeah. So it is
Yeah,
not used for debugging. So we can use curl and insomnia.
correct. So, guys, did you understand?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is your thought? You wanted to ask something?
No,
No.
no. Whatever Priyanka told is clear.
Yeah, that's correct. Ayush, are you fine? Because in GraphQL, so basically, webhook is nothing but just again another push request, post message, right? So using so curl, right? It's the normal thing. The alternative, I mean, or the predecessor for the postman, you can say, right? Earlier we used to use the curl to send the messages. Now we are using postman, or insomnia is also the same. GraphQL basically, I mean, these the first and second, I mean, third option, they are connected with only one server. GraphQL basically what it does is that it just goes and fetches data from many servers, right? Ideally, that's the point I think. Let's check that. You can send requests to the server, so it can be used to debug. Okay, GraphQL is not a tool, but a specification or a new API standard. That's a different one. Correct? Shall we move further?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ash, can you try to read this question?
Yeah, Gokul.
Uh-huh.
So, which of the following statement is false regarding webhooks? Webhook generally uses HTTP post request method. It is right, correct.
Okay.
So, it will not be false. Webhooks are generally called by human clients. Uh, I don't
So
know
one
really.
point I need to tell you is you're trying to upload something to YouTube, right? Okay. After that is done, YouTube is going to call a server or send a message to something else. So it's not directly called by humans. Okay, it's indirectly called, which means like it's not generally called by humans. They are uh, server to server communication. You understand what I'm saying, Ayush?
Yeah, Gokul.
So webhooks are generally not called by humans. Correct?
Okay, so it is false.
Yeah, it's false. Go
The
ahead next.
response to the webhook should indicate the status method.
Huh. That's correct. So whether it is success or failure.
Yeah. The response to webhook should have minimal content in the response body.
Hmm.
Yeah, it only represents the status.
Correct. Okay. Anything else you guys wanted to tell, Priyanka, Nishita? You can mention some points if you want to tell here to our friends.
Oh, no, I think, yeah. So basically what we can tell is that webhook, na, this actually returns only the status code basically, yeah. So 200 or 400, something like that, so that
Correct.
you would know whether it is passed, whether it has, delivered successfully or not. So actually the content since it is either minimal or not existent, this is not actually informed what is the content. Only you will get the status code actually.
Is that fine? Ayush? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gokul.
So nothing there. You can just move ahead. There's not a big thing. Okay. Yes, this is for you. Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
do you know what is a WebSocket?
No.
Okay. Anyone else know what it is?
It's
Ayush?
like we studied now. It is a two-way communication,
Correct.
and like we have to keep the server active,
Hmm.
uh, but the client can be like like it can go offline, something like that in WebSocket we studied.
Okay. Very good. That's correct. So WebSocket API is an advanced technology that makes it possible to open a two-way interactive communication session between users and browser. Okay.
See, they're all queuing methodologies actually, be it web hook or web socket or polling, pubstub. They're all basically message queuing methodologies. So, where to use what, that only differs. So, WebSocket is sort of, bidirectional, while if you see web hook is a unidirectional thing.
Hmm.
So, other differences are there, but that's the idea.
Okay. So one more thing, what a WebSocket is basically, yes, do you remember earlier the communications were using not the HTTP protocol but TCP protocol?
Yeah.
Okay, so what a WebSocket does is basically, so for example, I'm going to ping google.com. Okay, so this is getting reply from the Google's IP address. See, look at this. So this is the IP address for Google. Okay, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure. See, Priyanka, did you see what happened? What just happened?
What happened?
Priyanka, I'm
Ah,
giving
yes.
the IP address of this. If I press enter, it's going to google.com. Let's
Yes,
do
yes.
something else. Why don't I ping youtube.com? This is something. Now this is on a different IP address. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this and let's see if it is going to take me to YouTube. No, it's still redirecting me back to this one. Not sure why. Get IP address details. This is no idea. Okay, just let's ignore that. So coming back to the point, where were we? Here, right? So what a WebSocket is basically a single two-way communication. Okay, you need to have the client and the server always connected. I mean, only if there is a connection, you will be able to send and receive message. So let's learn more about that. Sorry, yes, can you try this? See this?
Yeah. So, which of the following is are true regarding WebSocket?
Yeah,
So, the connection between client and server is always open.
correct.
I think that's what Ishita said. Uh,
Hmm.
the connection between client and server closes as soon as client receives the response. No, since it is always open, so it is incorrect. WebSocket is a protocol layered over TCP. So you just mentioned that it is layered over TCP, so yes,
Yeah,
and D is none of the above.
correct. So hope it's a little bit clear. What? Anyone want
Yeah.
to say something? Ayush, you guys want to say something?
No.
Okay. Great. So moving to the next question. Ayush, Goel, are you here?
Yeah. Actually, I was only saying Google.
Yeah. Okay. Then Ayush Gupta, I think you joined late, but still, would you like to try this? Just read this question and try to understand something. Are you here, Ayush Gupta?
He can't unmute.
Okay.
Actually,
Let's give this back to Ishita. Ishita, take this question.
Yeah, okay. So which of the following statement is true regarding push APIs?
What is the push API?
Uh,
Let's read it.
okay, so push APIs can push messages to the application even if the application is not loaded on the user agent. It
Hmm.
requires an active server worker. Okay.
Service worker.
Service worker, sorry. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So it can push messages to the application even if the application is not loaded on the user agent. B is correct, A is false. And then application should have an active service worker. C is also correct.
Okay. So,
Okay.
can you give me an example of what is this push API and why do we say like this? Any idea?
Oh, I forgot. We just discussed this. Wait.
Yeah.
Mm,
Priyanka, you want to say something on this?
Actually, I am also not recalling very
Okay.
nicely,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah, but what I remember that push API is like yeah, like it is if you want to, for example, you're getting notifications
Correct.
regularly, more
yeah,
regularly
we okay.
rather
The
than
Firebase cloud messaging, that all thing.
They say
In the slides they gave na Firebase cloud and Apple push.
correct.
Okay, okay.
Something like this. This allows the application server to provide the user agent with the time-sensitive information whenever that information becomes known, rather than waiting for the user to open the web application. Trying to understand this point.
Okay, okay. Let me tell. Okay, you know what sir was telling about this, no? See what happens with webhooks, no? Generally, that if supposing when we have, like for example, if WhatsApp, yeah, we have opened the WhatsApp. So at that
Yeah.
time, actually, the application can communicate with the server, and the server will be able to tell whether there's any notification. But
Correct.
generally, what happens once we close that tab or that application, it goes in sleep mode and we cannot get the notifications actually.
Okay.
So then at that time, actually, the way out is this push API. This is one of the methodologies how you can keep on sending, getting notifications without actually
Actually, having
being
WhatsApp open
online.
in our phone, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So the point you're saying is that it will be running in the background. Even though if it is
Correct,
running in the
correct.
background, we are able to see the push messages. We don't need to open the
Correct.
WhatsApp to see the messages. It comes at the top.
Correct. Notifications at least we'll keep on getting, yeah,
Correct. That's what they
notifications.
are
So
saying, right?
mails also, for example, we keep on getting some notification that this mail received that.
Yes.
Although
Yes.
that email is we have not opened this thing. So in
Correct.
background, then it will keep on pinging or rather, sending messages, opening
Hmm.
the port, let us say, for the
Correct.
web server to send the notifications.
Ayush, yes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what a push API is. Now go ahead. I think you answered this question, right? Push messages to the application, even if the application is not loaded on the user agent. That's what
Correct,
the push
correct.
API is.
This is correct, yeah.
Correct.
And should have an active server worker. Yes,
Service
it should
worker.
have. Yeah.
Service worker are the background task running things, right? Basically, they are the background workers.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So Priyanka, take this question. What is polling here?
Acha, polling is again basically a queuing method. Yeah, the
Okay.
only thing is that data sends a request for data repetitively after a fixed time interval. So this A is correct. This is what it does,
Hmm?
and response from the server can be, and yeah, see, you can ask, but if it doesn't have anything to offer, it will not give the response. It will not respond actually.
Yeah. Okay. So I think shall we open the slides also? Do you think it will be helpful for others to understand for this point?
Yeah, the points they are given in the slides, they are asking questions directly on them.
Correct. Correct. I mean, these later weeks there is nothing much, but
It's theoretical only.
correct.
Acha, but actually, you see, they have done lot of programming type of things even in lectures and even in screencasts. So can they ask questions related to that? They will ask, is it? They will put something and they will ask
Yes.
what it
Yes.
will
Yes.
do.
Yes. Yes. Priyanka, they will ask.
Acha, okay.
So yes, can you read this? What is
Yeah.
polling?
Yeah. So polling is client repeatedly sends request in a fixed interval, easy to. Okay. So I have seen this lecture, I guess. In week 9 also they have discussed polling a little bit.
Yeah.
So they have said that polling is for the long batch requests. So what happens is clients repeatedly send requests and in a
Correct.
fixed interval they process it, like a leaderboard of a gaming app where they update the leaderboard after few seconds, a fixed interval.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if they are actually making it variable interval, then it will be called as long form.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct. I mean, if it's a variable interval, then it's called as long form.
Yes.
Okay, so what does it mean? What does fixed interval do? Easy to implement at the client. So once in every 5 seconds, please go and check whether you have a new message or something, right?
Yeah.
Ideally. Okay. Server may not have any updates unless unnecessary work. So which means like, for example, every 5 seconds, if you are getting only one message every hour, and every 5 seconds if you are sending a request, so it's a waste of resources, right? It's an unnecessary work.
Right.
So that's what the problem with the fixed interval thing is.
Hmm.
So I'm saying that can overwhelm server if too many clients exist. So yeah, basically that when you're trying to scale this up, right? There is a limit on number of requests that can be sent to a server. You have studied this in MAD1, right, guys? The bandwidth and how many response it can give, 50 MB files, some calculations will be
Something
there.
was there. Yeah, something
Yeah,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's the reason why the server crash and everything like that. Got it? All right. So keep connection over. What is a long pole? To keep connections open, data sent only when needed. Okay. So connections will be up, but the data transfer will happen only when there is a requirement to do that. Server blocks until it has something to update. Got it? Occupies server resources. So we'll go back to this. Yeah. So yes, can you answer this now?
Yeah. So which of the following is true regarding polling? Polling is a mechanism in which a client sends a request for data repetitively after a fixed time interval. Yes.
That is also true, right? We have two different types of polling.
Yes. A response from the server can be empty. This is also correct because sometimes we may not have any updates.
Correct.
So C and D is incorrect.
Mhm. Sure.
Is it?
Right. So you can take the next question also.
Okay.
Now that you know a little bit.
Which of the following is correct regarding webhooks? A webhook allows two different applications to communicate with each other, which is correct. We have just discussed it. And a webhook notifies the client every time an event occurs to which client has subscribed.
Hmm.
I am not sure of this. C is webhooks provide data to the client only when client asks for the data. No.
Which is false, right?
Yeah.
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 Yes, B is the job of webhook. The B is exactly why you need a webhook. Yeah.
Okay. Which
So
client has
an event
subscribed?
occurs to which client it has subscribed, he will be notified.
Okay. Yeah, just like Gokul said about the YouTube video upload and all,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So now all the subscribers will get a notification saying that new video has been out or something like that, if you remember,
Okay. So
right?
in the event sense, they are taking. Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, Ayush, can you take this question? Ayush, go ahead.
Yeah, Gokul.
Yeah.
Okay. So which of the following is correct regarding the event-driven architecture?
Mm-hmm.
There are three main components of architecture: event producer, event router, and event consumer.
Okay, this you don't know, right? What is an event-driven architecture?
Yeah.
But that is the case there. Okay, so there are three different types. Whatever were there were correct. I don't know if we have it here. It's not in this. It's not in the slides. Okay, but yeah, these are the main components of an event-driven architecture. So you produce something, okay, and the router will manage it, and the consumer will consume the data.
Okay. So next
Yeah,
is event producer publish messages to the event router. Yeah, actually, they are. I think they are linked in a sequence.
correct.
Producer to router, router to consumer.
Very good. Yes,
Event producer pushes to the event consumer. It is wrong actually. Event router will push to event consumer.
very good. That's correct. Okay. So the option is router publishes the messages to the consumer, which is correct. Got it? Okay, good. That's all in the practice assignment. We'll go to graded assignment. Okay, guys? Yes, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Ishita, you take the first question.
Okay. So which of the following statements are true regarding the webhooks?
Mm-hmm.
Webhooks should give an immediate response. Okay. Immediate. I don't know about the immediate part, but okay.
Yeah, webhook is
So,
synchronous.
acha, okay. So a webhook cannot post form encoded data No, it can post form encoded. Like, what do you mean by form encoded data?
Filling the form and sending the data.
Acha,
So what is
acha, okay.
What did you say? I do not follow. What is encoded data?
uh,
Form encoded data. Acha, acha. Whatever we put in form.
form
Okay, okay.
data?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
But it can send it, right?
It can.
It's just a body.
And then
It's just a body data. Go ahead.
a webhook cannot be secured if the receiver URL to be accessed is publicly available. Okay.
Right? I mean, let the URL be publicly available, but we can. You remember we saw a point saying that we can access it using a token.
Huh.
See, they are saying here a public receiver URL can be secured using security tokens to authenticate the request.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yes,
So,
friend. Yeah, Ishita, go ahead.
Yeah.
yeah,
Ishita,
so C is false, and then a webhook receiver can be a trivial Flask application.
can it be a can it be a simple Flask application?
It can be
Look at this.
a simple Flask application.
Yeah, it can be. That's what they are saying. If you remember, we created a Python file today morning, test.py,
Yeah.
right? So if that what is there in there? There is nothing, just a file. You can make it as a function and put it into a Flask and
Huh.
expose the 5000 slash webhook, something like that. You can use some URL API endpoint,
Huh.
right? Whenever someone is hitting that endpoint will act as a hook and will be able to send the data, I think.
Huh. Okay, okay, okay.
So
Got it.
Flask application can easily act as a webhook receiver,
ठीक है. Got it.
but still I'm trying to understand. But fine, okay, we'll move forward. Okay.
See, there is, in lecture, no, he has shown that you can have just a endpoint slash webhook. So I think he is just trying to say that they are calling trivial. So you
Yeah,
will
that's what
like you, yeah, yeah, yeah. So just a simple, nothing else is required. Just a simple route you make slash webhook, and then you can sort of make the yeah.
Okay, okay. Got it.
okay. Fine. Next question is for Priyanka.
अच्छा ठीक है web hooks and what are the correct regarding web hooks and web sockets. A web hook uses HTTP protocol in general, true. A web socket is used to achieve two-way communication, true. A webhook is primarily used for server-to-server communication, is true. Webhook generally keeps the connection open, is false. Connection open is kept by WebSocket.
WebSocket. Oh,
Yeah,
there is a difference. Okay, they're asking for a WebSocket and webhook.
yeah.
I was wondering what is this. Webhook is now not a two-way communication. Then I just saw the question.
Ha,
It's
ha,
a
ha.
WebSocket.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is clear, right? We have seen this already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clear.
Ayush, okay? Ayush? Okay, he's not here. Fine. Next question is for Yash.
Yes. So, which of the following statements are true regarding polling and long poll? So, in polling, a client makes repetitive calls to the server at fixed time intervals, which is correct.
You're getting the same question, okay?
Yeah. Polling requires a persistent connection to the server, which is not correct. You need to connect it in a different intervals. In long polling, the connection is kept open till the response is sent. Uh,
We saw
seems
that.
to be true. Yeah.
We saw that. I'll show it to you. See?
Yeah. Keeps connection open till
Hmm.
the response is sent. Okay.
Correct.
So D is incorrect because B is incorrect.
Merry-go-round. Here goes to Ishita.
Okay, which of the following statement is false regarding the server server sent events? Okay, so it is a mechanism at the server to push events to the client. It is a mechanism. Okay. Mm. Server sent events like
event means, yeah,
is
server
it
is
that
sending, yeah, machine to machine communication, something like that.
machine to machine?
Yeah,
Okay.
see, server is sending us the event saying that I'm trying to upload something on the YouTube, right? After 10 minutes, server is going to automatically send a message to me.
Okay. Okay.
See?
So it is like they said in the slides also ki mechanism for server to push events. It is a so A is correct, A is true, and then it requires a task queue to be maintained. I guess it does not
It does
because
not.
like
Why?
it
Read
does
out.
it at the instant, right? It's a synchronous, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Read the solution here.
Okay, server sent events are used to push information to the clients which are currently connected via a SSE stream, which is meant to be an infinite stream. It requires the service workers to be running in the background to ensure a smooth flow of information from the server to the client. Okay.
This no, actually in the, I think he gave the example of cricket match. Acha, that's in the screencast. He's giving example of the cricket match. You know, there's a server and their clients. You know, so as soon as this thing is uploaded, uh,
Hmm.
the scores are uploaded. All the clients they get informed. You know, the scores are updated for them.
Okay, so like why is B false? I
So
don't
there is
know.
no task queue here, no. It will only be updated as and when event is coming. They will just keep on this thing. And task queue is
Acha.
more like it is more like asynchronous. This is like
Huh.
somebody will push data somewhere. Somebody has to do it, yeah, of course. And the moment it comes onto the server, it gets automatically passed on to the clients who are connected via a SSC stream.
Okay,
Correct.
got it.
And Ishita, you remember when is a task you require when you're having more work to be done, right? Here, the only work that is required to be done is send a notification, right? Or push messages,
Acha.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
so
okay.
it's not a queue. Basically, you need to send it immediately, right? Server send events.
Hmm.
So maybe like that. Shall we move further? Yes, you want to say
Huh.
something?
No, it's fine.
The next question is for Priyanka.
Acha, short polling, na? So client sends a request to the server and the server responds to the client immediately, even if it does not have the data. Yes, I mean, I think,
Yeah, that's what
I
is
think
happening,
yes.
right? After
It
every 5 seconds.
tells that there is nothing to tell, sort of. I think yes. है ना? Okay, the client sends maybe does waits to respond to the client if it does no, it does not wait. The server does not wait to respond. So it immediately responds whether he has it or it does not have. Request is sent after fixed delay periodically. This is correct. So A and
Correct.
C.
Yeah, that's clear. That's we have seen that. Okay. Yes, long bowling. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Which of the following is true regarding long polling? So the client sends a request to the server and the server responds to the client even if it does not have the data. No, uh, it is
Only
not
if it's having
required.
the data, it will send it, right?
Uh, the client sends a request to the server and the server waits to respond to the client if it does not have the data and keep the connection open. Yes, so we have just seen it that it keeps the connection open.
Hmm?
C is request is sent after fixed delay periodically, not a fixed delay. It's variable in case of long polling. The client must send the next request immediately after it receives the response. It's not required because it's a fixed interval and it can be any time, not immediately. It is a variable interval, I'm sorry. So it does not need to be immediately. It can be anytime.
Correct. Okay. Coming back here, Ishita.
Which of the following statement is are correct? A webhook pushes the message to an application. Yes, this is correct. In general, webhook pulls the message from an application, but an API pushes the message to an application. No, this is false. This is like reverse of their functionality. And webhooks are generally synchronous in nature. This is also true.
Correct.
And an API can pull and push message from and to an application. Yes, this is also true.
This is okay, right? I mean, everyone should be okay with this. Okay. Yeah. Priyanka?
Okay, PubSub, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is following is correct regarding PubSub. Okay. It can be used to enable event-driven architecture.
Okay.
Must be, but I'm not very sure. Must be.
See, once again, why not? Let's see what is a PubSub. So one person publishes the something, right? And the subscribers receive it, right? So one person is going to push an article to the server, and thousands of the subscribers are going to get the notification,
Correct.
right? Which is the exact scenario for an event-driven architecture,
You're right.
right? So that's the point here. So A option is correct.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah. So any message published to a topic should be immediately received by the subscribers of the topic. Communication is synchronous in nature and communication is asynchronous. PubSub, PubSub, I think, is asynchronous. So then
Why
A will be the
asynchronous?
true.
Why not synchronous?
But it is asynchronous, no?
Why?
See, because
Not
see
correct, but
what
why?
yeah, correct. So whatever like I have published, for example, or I've sent an email or whatever, to number of people. So it will get
Correct.
queued. It is like sort of get goes into the queue, and whenever its turn will come, it will just then get published.
And the best example is our quiz results getting published.
Correct. You are right.
Right. They push it, and then it asynchronously. Okay, someone will say that, hey, Matt, those scores are released. Then someone will be like, no, I didn't get it.
You are
Right.
right. You are right.
So
So
that's
any message pushed out should be immediately received by subscribers of the topic. So I don't know whether B, like B, they're telling right, but it is sort of contradicting with the D, since it is asynchronous in nature. Any message published to a topic should be immediately received by subscribers of the topic. Well, yes, immediately, sort of.
immediately, but it's asynchronous.
Yeah, so
Um,
there could be some delay. Maybe not huge, but some delay, yeah.
this is a big article, small one, but the first thing, asynchronous service-to-service communication,
Hmm.
serverless microservice, blah blah blah. is immediately received is immediately received by all of the subscribers of the topic. So they are saying it's asynchronous and again received by all the subscribers.
So probably what they want to say, as soon as it is, the server is managed to
Priyanka,
do, it is received.
what I think is basically, or anyone else want to say something? Yes, you want to say something on this? Question, Ishita?
No.
Yes, you have any idea on that? Or else I'll tell.
Yeah, I think it should be asynchronous in nature first because uh, sending a message while doing the other task is what the uh, main task for the system, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So, yeah, Priyanka. So what I think is basically, see, it's a background task. That's true. Because see, I'm going to send let's say that this is the button to publish the article. Okay. So as soon as I click on publish, so let's say like I have 1 lakh followers. Okay.
Correct.
So if all the 1 lakh followers should get the message. Okay. But I should not wait till the 1 lakh followers are getting, you know, getting the message, I should be able to move to the next pages,
Correct, correct.
right? So that is where the asynchronicity comes into picture, right? So it
Okay.
will call it, it will send the messages in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? That's the first point, and it should be immediately received. So that's it's like it's a should point.
Okay. Probably
So yeah,
desirable
basically
type of thing, yeah.
small data. We have seen, right? Should have very little data as possible
Yeah.
for the subscription. I mean, pushing those things. Ideally, like that only. That's what we can call it as. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go further and see. Yeah. Yes. Again, take this something new.
Yes. So what is the role of message broker? So we have seen this that it remains between the servers and server sends message to the broker and then it sends it to the required server.
Correct.
So in the options, it ensures that the messages get delivered to the correct recipient, which is its job. Yes.
Hmm?
If the message is undelivered in the first try, it fails and doesn't retry. No.
Which is wrong.
Yeah. Message broker keeps on retrying.
Yeah. Until it is able to deliver the message to the whoever is supposed to.
Yes.
Okay.
It ensures that the messages are processed in last in first out manner, which is incorrect. It is first in first out.
Very good. Yeah.
It can send messages to multiple recipients if required, which is correct because it has connections to all the servers and can send a message to multiple using that PubSub
Multiple servers.
messaging also and other methods also.
Yeah. That's correct. Okay. I think Priyanka and Ishita, that's okay, right? Let's just read this also.
Yeah.
Message broker performs various functions. It makes sure that the message is delivered only to that recipient it is meant for and can be configured to deliver messages to multiple recipients also. Make sure that it is received by the particular recipient. Okay. Generally processes the messages in first out order. Fine. Who's next? Ishita? Please, please.
Yeah. So, which of the statement is true for webhook? So, the message content is sent as a part of the request body. This is correct. And the message contained in the response body should be detailed. No, this is not correct. They said to keep it to the minimum.
Correct.
And webhooks are usually invoked by the human clients. This is not true. It is invoked by the servers.
Correct.
And webhooks are one-way messages. This is true.
Correct. Let's read this also again. Read the solution again once.
Okay, so a webhook typically posts the messages to an application and the content is sent as a part of the request body. A webhook response should indicate the status code of the request and should have minimal or no data in the response body. Webhooks are meant for one-way messaging, that is, the connection is not kept open, and they are typically invoked by machine clients when the event webhook is configured for is triggered.
Hmm. Is that fine? Yes, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So luckily we are able to do it in 40 minutes. We are able to do this. So do you guys have time to go through week 11 slides? Shall we go through?
We can
Priyanka?
quickly go through, but I have not seen actually.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see what is there in this. That's the next video. Hmm?
Yeah, even I haven't watched the lectures yet for week 11, even not 10 complete.
Uh-huh. So let's see what is there. What do you say?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. So we have the performance. So how do we improve the performance? I think that's the whole topic about in this video. Okay. And single user performance, user experience, network. Okay. And scaling as a multi-user performance, server load and cost. Okay, I think they are talking about the properties when it comes to the performance. Okay, if a single person is using, right? So what will we talk about? Yes, if you're using an application, so we'll say that okay, the application is very fast, it's not hanging at all. Then I personally felt that the user experience. I mean, it was easy for me to navigate through all the places. The pixels were good. The letters were in the right size or something like that, right?
Right.
something like that. And then the network is nothing but, if you're trying to post something, or I'm not sure about the network here. It's fine. Okay, I think it's about the response from the server network, I think. Right, you're sending something to the server, and the server is responding something back. Probably that's the speed, right? Network speed. How fast YouTube is able to stream the videos to me, right? When 1 billion people keep on watching YouTube at the same time, something like that. That's also something. And when it comes to scaling, we have these points: multi-user performance. So when multiple people use it, how is the performance? So how is the network speed? And what is the server load? And what is this? Yeah, cost of scaling, because if more and more number of people keep on using, there is a more probability for the server to crash, right? So we need to scale it appropriately. Is that okay? Fine. Or any questions here, Priyanka?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, yes. You want to say something?
No, no.
Okay, great. So that's what speed, user experience. Yeah, user interface versus user experience. Can someone tell me what is the difference here?
But I think interface is nothing but, the front end, how we are going to do, and how we are going to connect to various endpoints at the API. Yeah, probably that is
Okay.
user interface. Yeah, and user experience is whether it is fast or slow, how well it responds, and the aesthetics. And I think that probably sort of about maybe not aesthetics, but experience would be how the user feels when he starts working with it.
Correct. Let's read some points. So user experience is human first approach to product design, and UI is human first approach to designing the aesthetic experience of the product. Basically the colors and other stuff, right? User interface means, right? Application digital products only, physical and digital products. So I mean user interface, basically it deals only with the appearance, right? User experience, it deals with the how it works upon clicking it or something like that, right, Priyanka?
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether it's only aesthetics or also,
mhm.
maybe it's only aesthetics. Okay.
See, products results in the product that delight users aesthetically. See the point, last point.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
It delights the users in terms of appearance. So that is user interface. User experience is how good the website looks. Some website will make me keep on scrolling down, 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 down. So which is not a good thing, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
The long websites. So if we have, see, Google is having a good user UX also, because see, after some point of time you can click on the number 2, it's going to the next page, right? So this is giving me an easy way to communicate, I mean navigate. But what if it keeps on extending? What if the file keeps on going to the bottom?
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
It won't be good. For example, I don't want to say that. Look at this, Priyanka.
Yes, yes, you are right. You are right. Yeah. Yeah,
See,
it's quite bothersome. Yeah, correct.
yeah. Okay, so if we, that's what the point is. Okay, and it keeps on going down. Right, this is okay-ish, but hope it's clear, right? So that's the user experience and user interface.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Speed, quick response, waiting for the page to load or response is bad or confusing. Yeah, exactly. So if the page is trying to connect, right? So we have to tell them that it is loading or something like that. So what is next? Contributing factor, network, mobile versus broadband, distance from the server, congestion, number of requests. Okay, let's go one at a time. Okay, so if you're for the speed, what are the contributing factors? So we have mobile data and another thing is broadband, right? But we should know who is going to use the user application, right? If it is what's it? If it's a mobile application, uh, users will use it in mobile. So we should make sure that with minimum amount of network speed, your application is able to run very quite well.
Correct, correct. You are right.
Hmm. Something like that. So if you take mobile games like PUBG or the games that people are using nowadays, right? Multiplayer games, something like that. And all those things are coming into picture. And distance from the server is also a point. So if you're trying to connect to a United States server, and if you're trying to play over that, then it will take time, right? The data I'm sending, it should travel to United States and then come back to
Correct.
my thing. So that's also a point. And then the traffic in between going and coming congestion, the overload on to the US server, and sometimes it's there are so many things which we can keep on talking about, which you will see in the lectures. Okay, and the number of requests that are happening, size of the response, that is also a point, because that's the point, right, where JSON comes into picture. We just send text, which is easy, lower in the size. Okay, yeah, we can also send the data compressed format. So after it reaches the client, it will extract it and then show it to our uh, our screen, something like that. Okay, can someone else read the slides?
Okay, I'll read. Okay. So tools, yeah. Tools are you can't optimize what you can't measure.
Which is
Uh,
true, right?
okay,
I mean, if
yes,
you want to, correct.
true.
Only
If you
if you
want
can
to
measure.
optimize, you should know why or what ultimately you're trying to achieve. Should be clear
Correct.
to you. Yeah.
Mhm.
So how do we measure performance of a website? Controlled and measured access to all elements of the site. And Lighthouse, popular tool built into Google Chrome. I don't know what is Lighthouse, but then so you should be able to access. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I can do that. So, what I was saying, anywhere it is showing.
Probably
Okay.
is it starting from the right hand corner?
Sorry, Priyanka.
Was it starting this picture is it starting from the right hand corner? It has to start somewhere, no?
Yeah, see, this Google Lighthouse architecture is, it gives us how good our website is.
Acha, okay.
Okay. So, for example, let's take this page itself, and we go to inspect. Okay. So here, more tools. Lighthouse. Somewhere around here, we'll have Lighthouse. Wait, this here. Yeah, exactly. See this here, Priyanka. So Lighthouse. So what it does, can only audit HTTP, HTTPS page, and Chrome extensions, navigate to the whatever. Okay, so let's see. So this is gonna measure the performance. Let's, for example,
Hmm.
can you tell me a website? Wikipedia. Okay, we are going
Hmm.
to Wikipedia.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm going to inspect. Come here, Lighthouse. So this is gonna inspect what up? Lighthouse. Not sure what is happening. Okay, any other website that you can tell about? Tell like.
There's so many. IT
Let's
wala
go
we
to,
can see. Maybe IT itself. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Analyze page load. I'm giving this.
Hmm.
So I have given the device is mobile, and what are all the categories we are going to do? Performance, accessibility, best practices. So Google is actually analyzing this publication. So they are saying that 75% of the users in 2016 were 2G, 3G.
Hmm.
Hmm. So they are saying accessibility is 97%.
Yeah.
So so this completed courses, accessibility is good, okay, and they
Hmm.
have followed 75% of the best practices. Search engine optimization, I'm not sure about this, but you can look into more about this. So let's go to latest updates and try to do the same thing, okay? Because in latest updates we have this thing, right? Uh, okay, let me close this. Yep. See, this is giving a different measure.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier it was 98 and now it is 95.
Correct, correct,
Right. So each and every page you are getting some. So this is what the lighthouse is all about. Okay.
correct, correct, correct.
You'll be watching
So
more.
there's some criteria and they will check with respect to that. Yeah. Mm.
Correct. Correct. Okay. And lighthouse will generate a report. It will audit our page. And there's something. I'm not sure about exactly what this is, but you can look into it. Okay, guys.
Yes.
Okay. So I think we are having something here. What
What
does
does it do? Yeah. So it loads a page and all resources while monitoring time taken. Okay. Flush caches if necessary. So what I think he is talking about Lighthouse only, no? What does it do?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So then measure time and memory metrics, emulate network bottlenecks, throttling, etc. So separate projects on how to make this realistic. Emulate devices, mobile versus desktop, and compute weighted average score like we saw. That performance, accessibility, best practices, search engine optimization, and progressive web app, if
Hmm.
relevant. Yeah,
Hmm.
if relevant, it will give information. So this is what once you go to the lighthouse, what all it does. Like sort of we have already seen actually. So it loads a page and all the resources. It monitors the time taken, and it measures time and memory metrics. It emulates some bottlenecks probably. Must be some type of inbuilt something. And then you can also see whether it's mobile versus desktop also you can do. And these are the weighted average scores it computes
Correct.
with
Yeah.
respect to these parameters.
Is it fine, guys? Yes, Ishita?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any questions you guys want to ask there? All right. And
Okay,
go ahead,
performance
Priyanka.
metrics.
Mm-hmm.
First, contentful paint. Something displayed on screen. I've got no
I'm
idea what
sorry.
that is.
Sorry for that. Yeah, yeah. Correct. So, first contentful paint means so something displayed on the screen. So when will, if you're reloading the page, when will it start showing something on the screen? Right. So for example, if sometimes I'm going to SBI, right? So net banking SBI, how fast? See, now I have clicked on it. It is going to take some time, right? So I'm not sure. Okay, SBI. If I click, if I go here, so look at this, Priyanka. It is taking some time,
Correct,
and see, yeah, it's taking how fast this is. So this is what they are talking about.
correct.
First, something displayed on the screen.
Mm,
First, meaningful paint, useful info.
mm,
So sometimes you will get repetitive loading if you
okay.
remember,
Mm.
right? So if
So
you
I
tell
think
to the user, go
correct,
ahead.
correct. No, no, what I was telling, so probably now they're breaking it down further. So
Correct.
performance metrics, he has just given some performance metrics. With
Uh-huh.
respect to what? I think this is what they're talking about.
Hmm. Okay.
है ना? So speed in text, capture video of page loading and analyze. Largest contentful paint. Most of the page rendered. Yeah, so that is first contentful, like we said, when it is just started to load. So, what
Correct.
are the sort of first things that you will see? And then most of the page is rendered after that, what it looks like, probably
How
something like
long is it taking? Something like that. Largest content
that.
page. Something like
Time
Go ahead.
to interactive, usability
Yeah.
of page.
Correct.
Okay,
So when the pages keep on loading, we won't be able to interact with it.
correct.
Right. Probably they would have stopped it or something. So how long it takes? So we, even though the page is loaded, so some more things are required to be loaded. Right. There might be something which is required to be loaded, basically the data instead of it. So how long does it take for you to interact with the page?
Correct.
Right. Uh,
Then total blocking time blocked from responding to user
mhm,
and mostly JS related.
mhm.
I don't know whether we are blocked from responding. I think probably, when you are filling some data, you cannot do anything, no? Because,
May I tell something on this? So the point here is, if you're trying to submit a form, Priyanka,
hmm,
okay. So sometimes what I usually do is I used to click five times, 5 to 6 times, right?
ah,
So it should go only once, right? So once you
yes,
click on it, it should stop taking response.
ah,
Got the point?
ah,
So time block for the responding to user. So once it,
Acha. Hmm. Hmm.
for the point.
Got the point. Yeah. So cumulative layout shift, rearrangement of page after some more data loaded. Okay. So if you are like some, we have some small block will have to be reloaded. Yeah. So how much time it takes probably to that, related to that. Okay.
Yeah.
So other parameters, accessibility. Yeah. WCAG,
What is that?
I have no idea.
Okay, let's see that. Web content
Acha.
accessibility guidelines. There are some guidelines
Guidelines, some guidelines. Okay.
by the senior people who has been
Fine.
working on this field for like so many years. There are
Hmm.
some guidelines. Go ahead.
Okay. All links or text.
Alt link test.
Hmm.
Alt links are text.
Acha, alt links
Yeah.
slash text. This I don't know. What is meant by this? Alt link slash text.
Okay.
How good visibility of those things? Is it like that?
I believe that these are, links to the navigation.
So okay. Hmm. Probably it is, whether they are easily locatable or they are,
Ah,
like sort of probably related to that.
correct.
Then contrast. Contrast is self-explanatory and screen reader friendly, again self-explanatory. Yeah, so this
Hmm.
is the accessibility parameters. So this
Yeah.
is what gets checked when it is giving that weightage to accessibility.
Correct. Correct.
And best practices are image resolutions. Okay, so I think this is as per HTTP and like protocol also has some best practices, and for other website also, when we make there are best practices have been issued.
Yeah.
So, है ना, and then allow paste into password fields. So these
Correct.
that there, whatever is the best practices being acceptable in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whether they have been followed or not,
Correct.
or to
Correct.
whatever extent they have been followed. Then search engine optimization is document meta info, title, links, alt. Oh, well, whatever. So something.
So can anyone tell any points on the search engine optimization? Or they are coming here. See, look
Acha.
at this. SEO. These checks ensure that your page is following basic search engine optimization advice.
Acha.
So there are many additional factors. Lightout does not score that. Okay. So shall we read more about the search engine optimization? Just a few more points. The practice of orienting your website to rank higher on a search engine results page. I have read about this,
Oh,
but I haven't worked on this.
acha.
I must typically run
Okay.
this.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
Okay, yeah, well, basically, so let's say that we are going to create a website. What is the website that we this term? What is the project? Kanban board, right?
Kanban.
So yeah, Kanban. So if we search for Kanban, and if we had hosted our website saying that kanbaniitm.com, right?
Hmm.
So what comes first? See, Kanban is something else. So whichever is relevant. So whichever has the more so SEO, search engine optimized value, it will get come to the place, right? And more users will click on it or something like that. Correct?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So problems. Specific set of checks may not reflect real usability. Then Gmail has poor performance score, but is overall a good app. So
Hmm.
this, what are the problems? I think it talks about problems also, or what?
Okay, I'm not sure.
That we did not see, na? Actually, there we could not see these problems.
Are you talking about it in the lighthouse?
I think they're talking about that only, no?
Yeah, yeah. I think they'll give some tips on this. Let's see.
Let us see. Yeah. Acha, something he's not giving.
No, it's taking some time to do this.
Acha, okay.
Almost.
Acha, SBI you are doing. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, SBI. Oh my God, see the performance is poor.
Correct.
And only 50% best practices. And the performance, yeah, it's 16. So now they will be talking. So first, contentful paint. Yeah, we saw this, right? It was taking
Correct,
more
correct.
time.
Took a lot of time. Correct, correct, correct.
Time to interactivity is 16 seconds.
Oh God. Yeah, it
Total
does.
blocking time.
No, but it could be because there's so many users using it actually, you know. Maybe
No, no, no.
no?
Priyanka, we have more users using Google or YouTube
True,
than
true,
SBI,
true, true.
right? So which means there are more things that can be improved. Right? Just
Yeah.
imagine Amazon. Yeah, go ahead.
It is because of why if you want to find an option, how fast you can find, is it?
Repeat.
For this time to interactive?
Time to interactive.
Yeah. So if you want to find an feature or an option, so how long will it take on an average?
Oh,
Is it
I
that?
don't. I don't think so. See, if I click here, 1, 2, 3, 4. How long? I mean, all the things comes into picture, and then I can start. Probably they have some caching. So due to caches, it came fast
Hmm.
at this point. Okay. So, but when I'm loading it for the first time, so time to interactivity is a different thing, right?
Yes.
I'm not able to see this here, but time to interactivity is when you can start interacting with the website
Correct,
because
correct.
it
But
will
it
keep
will
on
tell,
loading.
yeah. After it has loaded, then how much time it will take for you to allow you to interact.
Yeah, it's going to be more than largest contentful page.
Correct, correct.
Only the whole when the whole page is completely done, then time to interactivity comes into picture. Yes, okay,
Yes.
okay,
Okay, can we stop here? Oh, at least I would like to sign out.
okay then. Okay, then we'll stop here. Hmm?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys
Bye.
also can look
Morning
into it.
tomorrow, what time we are meeting tomorrow?
Same
Let
to
us
same.
finalize.
Six, six.
Is it okay, Yash, Ishita, Ayush?
Yes. What is your thing?
Uh, I'll see the recording.
ठीक है. Okay.
Okay.
It's very
I'll
difficult
join
for me.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Fine then.
I cannot promise now.
Pooja, why you can't get up? Ayush,